Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Legion of Memers Memestream Saturday edition. CJP, where's that sound effect?
I played it.
I didn't hear it. But I got you covered.
Weird.
All right. Thank you, studio audience. We appreciate you. Next time we put up a sign that says, please clap. Well, thank you all for being here today. It is my birthday. I appreciate every single one of you showing up today. Hail to the chat. You guys absolutely rock. Without further ado, let's get started with intros and make them short because people have no attention span. So, Oculus, why don't you go ahead and give it a shot?
Yep, my name is Oculus. I mean, great day having me back on the Saturday stream, hanging out with the boys, and looking forward to the stream. And yes, I make memes for F&T, and you can follow me on Twitter.
Yes, I'll go check it out. Make sure to hit that notification bell. And as always, go check out the Friday Night Tights thread because that's where the memers show what they got, and check out every other live stream in the fellowship because you never know who's going to pop up. Devil made me do it. How's your week going, bud?
Good. Happy to be here.
Sick. Sweet. Where can the people find you, mate?
To be here.
Beelzehub. That's it.
He'll be in the
All
box.
right. And speaking of Beelzehub, I see that you have a new intro for the show.
Yeah. Kenzo and Paul really did a ton of work and made a really good intro for Beelzebub on Saturdays.
Oh yeah.
All right.
A good segue, bitch.
If you wanna put that in the private chat, we can give that a show too.
I'll put it in the meme thread. It's
Oh,
got
the meme thread. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm Kenzo of Power Couch Entertainment Incorporated. Prior to what you may have hear on YouTube or read on the internet, I did not touch Lethal Lightning's penis.
That makes one of us.
Somebody needs to stutter that where it says not.
It's all fabricated. It's all lies. Fake news.
Breathed on it, maybe, inhaled it, sure. Touched it, no.
Yeah, he was like, I've been possessed. It's not really me in control.
CJP, mate, how's your week going?
Good. I had a new OST drop on my channel since I didn't have a show this week because of family obligations, and then next week I'm going to do a birthday stream. I'm just not sure who's going to be on, so if anyone wants to hop on and have fun with me for an hour in a consensual, non-sexual way, Kenzo.
Well, in that case, I'm out. Extrazero, man, what's going on?
Well, not too much. It's been a fun week. I got to be on Side Scrollers on Tuesday. I ruffled some feathers with my GTA takes, which was fun. A lot of fun, actually.
I saw that.
Yeah. So apparently, if you don't like Red Dead Redemption 2 because you don't think that the game is your speed, that makes your IQ that of room temperature. And also, my takes on saying that I think Florida man jokes are tired automatically identifies me as my culture is not your costume. And apparently, get this, I stormed the Capitol on January 6th because I'm skeptical about whether or not Rockstar can make a edgy story in current climate. So
basically you disagree with something and you are automatically labeled Red Wing.
Oh yeah. For people that don't know my politics or my personal history or the fact that I'm politically homeless and disagree with a lot of things. So that was fun, but it's not my first day on the internet, and I just laugh at it, to be honest. I mean, it's when people want to rate stuff from mommy and daddy's basement and try and get under my skin, they got to do better than that. So never a dull.
Damn.
But I'm seeing Godzilla -1 with the missus right after the stream, so I'm
Nice.
stoked.
Nice.
Yeah.
Same here. I'm seeing it after the stream as well.
Very cool. Oh, wow. We just got a dono. Let's read this out real quick from Blackest Night. Happy birthday to our fearless leader, No Green Rocks. Let the memeing commence.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you very, very much. That's The birthday messages are awesome. Thank you guys. You guys absolutely rock. X-Wing, how you doing, man? What's going on? Tell the people who you are, where they can find you, and a little bit about what you do.
X-Wing of the channel X-Wing. I'm a horrible YouTuber, so don't expect a steady stream of content. But if you want to come over there, I'm doing a weekly show, the late night Star Wars show. Do that on Saturdays tonight. And I'm just so friggin' tired of pop culture right now. I'm so tired of it. It's getting hard to talk about it because it's like there's nothing really good to say a lot of the time. So it's
there is
a shift right now, but
there is good stuff to say. You know, it's just we need to focus on the good. And I Kenzo and I were talking about that post show last week, and I think there is still a lot of good out there to talk about. And you know what? I didn't say it in my intro, but this showed up on my doorstep yesterday.
Oh, nice.
Awesome,
What's that?
man.
That is my copy of Alpha Core #1. So,
I guess what I should have said is I'm a Star Wars YouTuber, and there's not a lot of good stuff to say about Star Wars, right? So, yeah. So that's basically where I'm at. So I just like going on other people's channels now and talking to folks.
So as a Star Wars YouTuber, do you actively go out and search like other Star Wars content that's not necessarily Star Wars, but people who are like making themselves, I don't know, like green screen technology where they put themselves in Star Wars, they do certain effects from Star Wars, or like are you more into the story and the heart of Star Wars?
Yeah. So I mean, I'm a George Lucas loyalist through and through, and there's still so much good stuff that came out, in the expanded universe and all the time before the Disney acquisition. There's you could almost read endlessly through all the content that was made in that era. So I try to focus on that stuff, and yeah, I mean, in terms of like internet media, I mean, fan films are pretty much all that's left right now for Star Wars. So the fan films have been incredible. I got a rude awakening the other day when I was watching. I don't know if you guys have seen it. It's called. It's not called Antiquities. What is the name of this fan film? Hold on, I have it written down right here. Oh, I deleted that thread. Never mind. It's gone. It's about it's about Vader's mask and the Empire going and retrieving it after Endor. And it was. It was so awesome, and then right up at the end, it's like straight into the sequels. It's about the First Order, and I'm like, God,
stop, pull back.
It was so good right up until that moment. So,
what did you
take the good where you can. What's that?
What did you think of the two that Jamie Costa did?
Which ones were those?
He was Han Solo in one, and then Obi-Wan in the other.
Oh, dude, those are so good. And what's so awesome about that Kenobi one is it feels a lot like the book. I don't know if you guys have read the Kenobi book. It's a lot closer to what I think Kenobi should have been. I would highly recommend reading the Kenobi book if you have the time. It mends all of the issues of that freaking TV show that pissed me off to no end. Like, oh my God.
When I was younger, I couldn't get enough of the expanded universe, the books, and all that jazz. I even X-Wing might know who this is. I even had a binder that was full of
women.
No. Well, no, not women. It was basically. Have you heard of the site called Super Shadow?
No.
So basically, it was like before the Disney stuff came out. Like this guy would like post leaks of what the premise was for the new movies or whatever. It turned out to be total bullshit. Like every single one was bullshit. But I just enjoyed. I had like a couple hundred pages of it, and I thought it was the coolest thing ever. I'm not sure how many of you Star Wars fans remember Super Shadow, but I'm pretty sure he was like debunked and ruined. But at the end of the day, I used to love that knowledge, and then all that crap.
Could they have been based off of maybe like Duel of the Fates or something instead, like the Colin Trevorrow stuff? Because for a lot of time, like we thought that's what we were getting.
I honestly don't know. I just stuck to that site and I absorbed as much knowledge as I could to the point like I printed it out in a freaking binder. It was super dorky. But I really did enjoy Star Wars back in the day. The extended universe and the audiobooks and everything like that. Those were
Mark Thompson, the unabridged audiobooks are
dude. Oh, I'm a crackhead for audiobooks though, so
I gotta ask, like, what was your entry point into the expanded universe? Because for me, it was, I was a kid and Shadows of the Empire was out, and I saw all of those toys, and I wanted to know more about these new characters. And the N64 game was out, so I read the book, and that was my entry point. I'm curious, what got you into it?
I think I would say the same. It was more. I mean, Shadows of the Empire was super cool because it was like this massive marketing idea of trying to bind all these different things together. We're going to get a game. We're going to get comic books. We're going to put figures out. You know, it was this whole big thing to kind of back up. Yeah. I mean, to kind of back up everything that was going on with Timothy Zahn too. So I would say, honestly, my real entry to it was Heir to the Empire. That was the first one. But the whole Thrawn, everything Thrawn, I guess that's kind of my home in the expanded universe. That's where, I mean, those stories are freaking incredible. Like Prime Luke, dude, nothing beats it.
Man, seeing Luke, or like imagining Luke as the biggest badass on the planet in like that universe, that was like, and then
that's what was so special about Mandalorian Chapter 16. It was like expanded universe Luke. Like,
and then Luke Titty Milk kind of came up, hit me in the face, and I was like, why?
Yeah,
but
you can purchase at Disney World, by the way.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, dude, it's like drinking snot. The consistency is just real awkward. That's the only way.
How much do they charge for the food dye in it?
Dude, I don't even remember what I paid for it, but I was at Galaxy's Edge, so I'm like, put as much alcohol as humanly possible in this thing. So it was like, and they do, man. They pour like, it was like Bacardi Silver or something in there, but I think it was like $14 for. And I drank the blue milk. I couldn't bring myself to do the green one, but I should have. That would have made a perfect meme. Drink the green one.
And you should,
we can always clip that. Go back and clip that, and then somebody in the chat will put it in the thread.
Oh God, no.
You know what you could have done? You could have taken the blue milk and then the green milk, and then like compared the two and been like the Drake meme.
I've heard the green milk is disgusting. I don't know. The blue one, it tasted like Fruit Loops, but again, the consistency was like somewhere between like snot and motor oil. It was just disgusting, man.
I'm Superman if he wasn't scared of green rocks, but enough about me. Let's give
whoa.
Yeah, happy birthday.
You very happy birthday.
Please don't sing.
Don't sing. You already saw your birthday meme.
Oh God, here we go.
You queer.
Marilyn Monroe.
We'll share this one because I'm going to be gone probably when we do the meme stream. So for anybody wondering,
we are on the meme stream, mate.
Well, I'm sorry, the meme break. I misspoke. So we've got Rox returning to his apartment. What a rotten day! No one remembered it was my birthday, but you didn't forget my birthday, did you, Mr. Saki? Of course I didn't, pal. Mr. Saki, you liar! You totally forgot. Now I have to punish you, Mr. Saki. Open your mouth wide.
Green rocks.
Ooh, you dirty man, you.
Socks turn green. But
no green socks.
I'm Superman. Was scared of green rocks, leader, creator, and founder of the Legion of Members. Yes, it is my birthday, but I want to give a shout out to chat for being here today. So let's bring them up and say what's up, guys. Skirbertar says late and no green rock.
Ouch.
Mate, I'm not late. You're early. Tris says happy birthday and happy Hanukkah, no green rocks. Hail and happy Hanukkah to anybody celebrating. I'll wish you all a Merry Christmas as Christmas comes.
Happy Hanukkah.
Kids UK says, hell yeah, fucking dogs.
Oh, I'm Scottish now.
Are you? We got DJ McLean hopping in, who's been doing some great work in the meme world. Keep it up. I love seeing the improvement. You're absolutely rocking it, my dude.
What's up, D-Day?
And also coming in,
dropping them emojis because he is a member. Kenyon says, hey everyone, hail you, my dude. Thanks for hopping in today.
Oh.
We got DJ McLean back again saying I'm a menace for my monologue with the people that didn't like my appearance on Side Scroller.
Hey, Melee.
Howdy, Melee K.
What's up,
thank you for the birthday wishes on Twitter. I appreciate you.
Speaking of birthday wishes, we got DJ coming in.
Thank you. Cell Shade says, "Hail the Legion!" Yeah, my dude.
Shade. Oh boy.
We got we'll give you Bad hopping in, saying, "All hail the Legion!" And right as we got to his chat, he dropped a
Woo!
50
50.
$50 super chat.
Fucking
Should be a
legend.
happy birthday, you crazy guy. Hail the Legion, and Kenzo is a unit with that video day. Too bad he's a Swiftie. Appreciate you, man. You're awesome, dude. And stick around, Wookie. There may be something that I am going to talk about with you in it. So just stick around for a minute. Cell Shade. I've started into the Thrawn trilogy. I finished the first story, Heir to the Empire. I'm on the second story, Dark Force Rising.
Yep. Dude. Go after that, go into the other Thrawn trilogies. I know a lot of people don't like the newest one that came out. I think it's really good. It's all about the chiss. So good stuff.
There is a good Star Wars game coming out relatively soon, though. X-Wing.
Outlaws?
Well, no. Well, Outlaws might be okay, but the Dark Forces remaster is coming out. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The memes of destruction says, "Hey guys, what's going on? You know, just memeing, having fun, increasing our skills, which is what matters."
Yeah.
Is this an official or a fan project? Not to jump in, but
it's from Night Dive Studios.
Oh, okay, nice.
Thank you very much, Chug. English and Hebrew.
Chug.
Okay, so tell me, how do you spell?
Yakshamesh.
How do you spell the in English?
What the?
HK.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And that catches us up on chat.
Sweet, y'all rock for being here every single week. I've been seeing a consistent number of the same people coming in and liking and commenting. You guys are absolutely the kings of the world. I appreciate you very much, and make sure to subscribe to the Legion if you are not, because next year I'm kicking things into high gear, and I'm very excited about it. Even spent some birthday money, bought some things, and this next year is going to be a freaking blast. So yeah. Donald Romer says, "Happy birthday, Monkey Mush." Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. So Extrazero, let's get into what happened in the community this week.
Well, let's start off with Wookie Be Bad, because
this motherfucker.
Yeah, let's hit it and share this out. And so he writes, 100 viewish before No Green Rocks gave me a thumbnail tip, and giving us a shout out that we rock, because your thumbnail tip got him up to 1,159 views on his video.
Nice.
I may not take my own advice, and I may give it to other people, but I am always happy to see your channel succeeding with anything I say. The fact that you listen and you implement it, that's what matters. The worst thing
well done, Wookie.
Yeah, dude,
great work.
Absolutely. Excuse me. Bring up Wookie's chat, please. Just now from our chat.
Wow.
Fuck it, dude. It's just the thumbnail. The thumbnail brought them in. Yeah. You made them stay. So great work. Keep it up, guys. I love seeing the improvement, whether it comes to memes or increasing any of your channels. Keep up the great work. That's all I ask. Just keep rocking it, guys. You guys absolutely killing it. Great job, Wookie, man.
Yeah, so looking at the video now, it just says, of course, YouTube doesn't like giving you accurate cuts. It just says 9,000 views. So, okay, 9,012 views right now.
Woo, dog it. Keep up the good work, man.
Awesome.
I love seeing any one of you guys, just rising up there. And if any of my advice can help, please use it. I want you guys to succeed always.
And this was a movie review for
Yeah.
Godzilla?
Yeah. And I looked at the thumbnail and I was like, hey man, why don't you just add an exclamation mark or question mark or something like that? And then all of a sudden, he was like, bro, I don't know what you did. But
People
so
love the exclamation points, the question marks, and the red arrows, man. They go crazy for it. It's like, oh, I need those red arrows.
And YouTube is releasing the testing as well for thumbnails. So I encourage you guys to use every tool you can, because the best advice I have ever been given when it came to YouTube or making videos is that everything you need to succeed is there. You just have to use and implement the tools. And who knows, perhaps you can take those same skills and take them over to Rumble and see how Rumble does with that. So
I need to make one of those.
You definitely do.
Rumble's a bit iffy for me from what I've seen. But, we'll see how it goes, because I can't log on to Rumble right now. I can't even see the chat. So if we are live, I do apologize that we can't see the chat. But please subscribe.
I can open up a tab with Rumble and again over there.
Is Rumble down? Because I'm getting it's not available.
Okay, so it may be down. The stream will be up there afterwards. If you guys are watching in the after show, just like, subscribe, maybe drop a few comments in there, and have fun.
Yeah. I can't get to Rumble either, so I think it's having some
You must be
issues.
getting another DDoS attack like they had a couple weeks ago from North Korea, of all places.
I wonder why North Korea doesn't care about free speech. Oh my goodness.
It's just Korea over there.
Yeah, so looking at Down Detector, and there is a huge spike as of go figure 4 p.m. So right when we start.
Of course, happy birthday to me from Rumble.
Yeah, so there we go.
Rumble, we keep up the good work. I want to see it grow to something more than YouTube will ever be. So keep up the good work. I'm sorry you keep getting harassed like this, but there is something that I think is really important that did happen this week, but it also happened many years ago. Extrazero. 30 years ago today, Nerdrotic was released from Folsom, and he says it's never too late to start over. Never take freedom for granted. And big shout out to Gary, because he has changed so many people's lives. And maybe it's been peripherally, or maybe it's because you've gotten in with a community that you feel at home with. But big shout out to Gary for turning his life around and making something that is, in my opinion, changing the world and the lives of so many. So shout out to you, my friend.
Well, not only that, the fact is there's so many people that like to look at his past as if it's some sort of gotcha, like, oh, look what this guy did. He was a druggie, and
well, who wasn't?
Well, I wouldn't judge anybody for turning their life around. I mean, he owns his past, and I always view that as amusing when people try to make it like it's some sort of gotcha. But then you go in and they're also following Robert Downey Jr. and it's like, so what is it that Robert Downey Jr. can do, turning his life around, that because you disagree with Gary on an ideological level, and Robert Downey Jr. doesn't put his politics out there. So that's maybe it. But I'm happy for him. It's like, you want to see a success story. Everybody should want to see somebody that's in a down and out spot turn around and win. There's nobody. There's that saying, it's cliched, but who doesn't love a comeback story?
And now he's making a memoir about his life, basically.
Yeah, is he?
Correct? Yes, he is.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
Gary's a solid guy, man. I got to meet him when I was down in Vegas, and
he's
totally normal dude. Just a totally normal dude, man, which is more than you can ask for nowadays.
I feel bad for Perry Chan, because that memoir is going to end up becoming a video.
Well, speaking of totally normal dudes, got a good friend of the show, friend of mine, saying, what the fuck is this energy? I don't owe you shit. Counterculture commentary, getting upset with our boy Adam Krigler, saying no engagement, lose a follow. Sick of stuck up YouTubers too good to even like or comment back.
Now, the reason why I put this in the topic is not to roast anybody, but it's to make a point that we all start from nothing and we grow and grow, and sometimes we make connections with the people, we follow or we like or anything like that. But you have to remember, we're all normal people at the end of the day. So don't think talking to somebody like that is a good way to build relationships. And Adam is definitely not a stuck-up YouTuber. He's one of the most down-to-earth people I know, and he's been on the show multiple times. And the fact that he gives us even the time of day is a testament to just how down to earth he is. A lot of YouTubers who are bigger, could just say, "No, you guys have this many followers. Why would I even be on your show?" Or you guys aren't creating any drama, or you're not a hot topic. There are a lot of channels that do that where they say, "Listen, you're not trending, so we can't have you on the show,
dude."
And at the end of the day,
sorry,
go ahead.
I was just saying, these people forget that Twitter isn't real life, right?
Yeah.
So like, and I've met Adam Krigler like in real life, and he was like funny, courteous, witty guy. Me and Mrs. Kenzo sat and chilled out with him like for hours, and he was cool. But had there have been like 500-600 people around him, then I wouldn't have been like, oh my god, I can't believe Adam Krigler didn't give me no time. And that's kind of exactly how it is. Like, obviously, I'm just like, I'm not a famous YouTuber or whatever. And I remember recently we had some dumbass meme thread, the Pickle War. And I woke up to like 90 something notifications on my Twitter. And I was like, oh my God, like that's a lot for me. And to go through them all, it took me, I was on my phone for about an hour and a half. Like, and I can quite imagine that most of these, larger YouTubers that have like that level of engagement, if you're waking up every morning and you've got fucking 200 notifications on your thing and you miss one or two, then there's no fucking way you should feel bad for that. Like Adam said, you don't owe these people shit. They don't, I know it's nice to interact with people like we do on here and stuff, but come on, man, if you're, especially the bigger YouTubers, like if you look at the Friday Night Tights chat thread as that's going through, do you think?
Right, they get to every single one.
Yeah, exactly. There's no way that you could interact with that amount of people. Like
Adam gets a ton of engagement too, and I mean, if you're going to say something to him and he's going to reply, it's got to be something worth replying to.
Yeah,
sure. Sometimes there are just like comments where you're like, I have nothing really to say. I'll just move on. But like, it's not because I don't like you. It's just because, you made a good point. There you go. Or like, I don't agree, and then I'll just ignore it altogether because there's nothing for me to say, and I don't want to get into it with.
That's it. The amount of FNT memes we make that we tag them in, if you get no interaction from it, like you don't cry about it. Like there's fucking 120 other people doing the same thing as you, like it's not something to cry about. If you do get interaction and that's what you're after, fair play to you. Be happy. If you don't, just
Twitter
don't
also
be a dick.
Will also not show people responses, because I've had Flawed say like, "Oh my god, I can't believe I didn't see that meme up until now."
Yeah, it does have like a hidden section in a lot of the Twitter threads, which is complete bullshit because there are up and coming memers that may have posted some risque stuff in the past, but they're learning and they're growing. But Twitter is like, nope, we're not showing any of it.
I'm fully open to to constructive criticism. So you can put my name out there. Speaking of putting names out there, Fletcher Williams, I Suck at Games channel says, Feliz cumpleaños, Green Rocks, brother, and giving you the...
What's up, Fletcher?
Hail, my dude. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate you.
Thank you for that $1.99, my friend.
I think it's crazy. Holy crap. I think my brain's running at half speed right now. On that last topic, I think it's crazy that any of those YouTubers at all engage with their chats because, like, to be completely honest with you, I'm not a big YouTuber, but if I've got 80 people watching my show, I miss half the chats. I don't know how they keep track of all that stuff. I miss my brother who's like never popped into my chat before. My brother pops in the other day. He's like, yeah, did you see my comment? I'm like, when? He's like, you were live streaming in your chat. I'm like, dude, what? Never saw it. And that's with 80. These people have 1,200, 2,000 people watching in the chats. Just I don't know if you know this, but the StreamYard window is not that big, bro. Like,
yeah, I mean, and StreamYards is a little finicky too. We're definitely looking for alternatives. But X-Wing, you said you.
What's up, Zombie?
Thank you, Zombie, for the super stickers. 3 pounds.
£3.
Yeah, 3
Real
quid.
money.
I'm not that big of a
Proper
YouTuber, but if I don't read your chat, it is because I hate you.
That does happen from time to time.
Wait. You got people in your chat?
Right,
That's strange.
X-Wing, you were saying that your brain's kind of running at half speed. So I actually think this is a perfect opportunity to give a huge shout out to Coffee Brand Coffee for making us part of their affiliate program, Extrazero. You want to run that snip?
Shill that shit. Let's do it.
I'm gonna be right back.
Are you tired of the grind of everyday life? Are you fed up with not having energy to get up in the morning? Do you constantly feel as if everything is colored in grey and life constantly plays sad music everywhere you go? And for some reason, it always rains wherever you go outside.
Well, turn that frown upside down. The Legion of Memers is here to give you some chuckles, you thingus. And we're happy to bring you something to help give you that extra kick to get you up in the morning. Introducing Coffee Brand Coffee. Fresh roasted with no gimmicks and plenty of flavors to choose from. Use code HAIL the LOM to get 10% off and to help support the channel.
And big shout out to Extrazero because I have been raving about the bourbon flavored coffee. I am now that my mom is here. I'm running out of Coffee Brand Coffee, so I have to get more bags.
At least you know something you can get her for holidays, birthday.
Exactly. You want to show somebody some love? Go check out Coffee Brand Coffee and use our affiliation code Hail the LOM for a 10% discount and to show people and to show Jeremy, hey, you're supporting small YouTubers and we support the small YouTubers as well.
Small YouTubers.
Oh, there you go, man.
I
got that bourbon coffee. It's so good.
Yes.
I got my first bag. I bought a bag for myself and for my cousin. And I do cold brew.
Yep.
So, and I bought these as whole beans. I've got a really nice KitchenAid grinder for my coffee. And I got to say, this was some great smelling coffee when I was sitting there. So I can't wait to give it a go tomorrow.
When you grind that and like it's freshly ground, it's just it's unbelievable. And now that my mom is here, she bought sugar, so now I can actually put sugar in my coffee. I was like, dang, this is good. A little bit of cinnamon on top, froth coffee. Yeah, I worked in a cafe when I was younger. I know what to do with coffee. So yeah, big shout out to Jeremy. Hail, Jack Tarlad. Glad to see you're here, man.
Hello, Jack.
And we got a new viewer, Gatekeepers Diamo.
What's up,
hey, man? Welcome. Hope you enjoy the show, man. And if you're making memes, don't forget to hashtag the Legion of Memers on Twitter. I'm gonna put that little.
You have to. This man is memed in my community more than anyone. He gets memed endlessly. Oh, yeah.
I think I was the first one to meme you too, X-Wing.
I think so. Yeah, I was begging. I'm like, somebody meme me, please. I'm dying, and I don't remember what it was. What was it?
It was you were doing this.
And, with the honkers.
Yeah, and then all I did was put Dermy behind you.
All right, guys, we got X-Wing doing that, so I'll be sure to clip that clip.
I think I may have memed you or me.
Speaking of clipping clips, we have a special clip from a previous guest, Epic Mike.
Yeah, let's go ahead and bring this one up. So yeah, there's no sound on this one, but just a looped GIF of him in the holiday spirit.
If you guys can, use the CapCut cutout feature to remove the background, put some Jingle Bells music behind him, and have some fun with it. The holidays are coming up, so let's have fun.
For anybody that wants to get in on that.
Just have She-Hulk twerking in the background.
there's a
Dubstep Jingle Bells.
Yeah.
So Extrazero, what we got next?
Well, this was under community, but it's almost a story in and of itself. So let me go ahead and we'll pull this video up. This video has been going viral. It's a comic shop owner who's been in the business for 30 years, talking about just the current state and the sales of the books and what he views as the problem. So
his Boston accent makes the video so much better as well.
I really think it's more of a northeastern accent.
It's massive, North Massachusetts for sure.
I'm from Britain, man. Come on, give me a break. I was close enough.
Before we get into this, we got another super chat, very generous from Zombie Box Reviews for £10. He said, "Here's some real money for you gents. LOL. I'm proud of what you guys have built here. You guys keep doing what you're doing. Love to you all. Love to you, man. Thank you so much.
Sir.
You have to do that.
Thank you, Zombie Box Reviews. You've been here since the beginning, and I appreciate you very much, man. You
some real money. None of this dollars bullshit."
All right, well, let's get into this comic shop owner. Let's hear what he has to say, because I think it's pretty poignant and it's to the point from the heart. So
most of these new writers don't have the love of comics like these older writers had. And all they care about is, how can I put myself in the book? No, we don't care what you would do if you were Iron Man. We don't care who you are. You're writing Tony Stark. You're not writing yourself in a book. If that's the case, write your own comic with you in it. No one will read it because nobody cares. People grew up, growing up loving Peter Parker, loving Miles Morales, loving all these Captain America. We don't need you to put your input in it. Just write Steve Rogers. Don't write Steve Rogers. What would Steve Rogers be if I was Steve Rogers? That's not how it works. But that's again how most of these new people write nowadays. That's why most of the stuff is shit. Because we don't care what you would do, because we don't care about your life whatsoever. Just write a book, get paid for what you do, get paid for what you're supposed to be doing, and make it a good story.
I mean, it's funny because we're talking about don't talk about things you hate, create the things you love. And I think listening to people like that is actually changing the landscape. You have many different up and coming indie comic book writers that are like, you know what, I'm sick of what's going on. I'm going to change it for the better. And from what I heard, the blowback on this video was
it was massive. Yeah.
So there's one thing he didn't have in the notes, but I want to share. You guys know who Mark Millar is?
Yes. Yeah, he did an interview with him, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. So the gentleman's name is Glenn O'Leary, and I do want to highlight this because, one of the things that I can appreciate about Mark is he didn't just jump on this guy like a lot of other creators did. He wrote, "I was so appalled at the way a comic retailer was being harassed and bullied by a digital mob this week just for saying comic books are going in the wrong direction. I had to talk to him." Here's my interview with Glenn O'Leary from this afternoon. Now, I haven't watched the interview yet, but I think that's really cool of Mark as a relevant and prominent creator to have a sit down dialogue with this guy. Rather than brushing him off, rather than jumping to conclusions about this guy or his politics or his state of mind, when this guy lives and breathes comic books. He's been in it for 30 years. He knows what his customers want. He knows what he wants because he was passionate enough to start a business, in this field. And it's sad. I mean, when longtime fans and, going into this, actually, you're a longtime Star Wars fan, and, people are so dismissive when folks like you are just, sad at the state of something you love.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's infuriating, actually. I mean, it's, it starts one way. it's like the stages of grief for me. I feel like when it comes to, you see your franchise basically falling off and falling off and falling off and falling off. So, you know, you're angry, you're mad, and then it's funny, and then you're depressed, and like you go through all these different emotions. And it's wild to me to see kind of how even my community has changed, where, you know, I came in basically right at chapter 16 Mandalorian. Hope was booming. I'm like, I'm starting a YouTube Star Wars channel. If there's ever a time to get into the space, it's right now. And then how that started to decline rapidly, very rapidly. And my content really did. It started with a lot of hope, and it's gotten worse. And now finally to the point where people just call me a grifter. They're like, you're a grifter. You just want to make money on YouTube, you know, hating on Star Wars. And I'm like, no, I don't. If I could make a video every day about how awesome this is right now and get it demonetized, I would love that. And actually, that's the best thing you can do to silence people. If they're like, you're just doing this for money, I demonetize every single one of my streams.
Rage and Rhino gets exactly the same shit of the Star Wars people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, you just don't want to see Star Wars succeed. And I'm like, that's a real grifter doesn't want Star Wars to succeed. They wouldn't want it to be good. But in the deepest part of my heart, all I want is for Star Wars to be good. I could die happy. You know what I mean? This has been a huge part of my life since I was like 6 years old. I've loved Star Wars. So yeah, I mean,
a lot of these knobheads online, though, they are not acting in good faith. They're just going on to these people's profiles and leaving bullshit comments, like aggressive nonsense. They're not going on there for a good faith debate to, like, you know, constructively break down whatever they're talking about. They'll just go on there to chuck it and chat shit. And they will, like, Mark Miller has been getting labeled as far right by some of these nutters for replying
reaching
to
across
Ethan
the aisle.
Van Sciver. For replying to EVS, saying cheers, bud, for a constructive comment, you know, like, and yo, how dare you interact with someone from Comicsgate? That makes you a fucking far right nutter. Like, fuck them. Like, these, I know a lot of people say just ignore the dickheads online. Yeah, I think that is a lot of the time the best policy. You know, just
it gets easier too as time goes on.
I think
interact with the people that want to interact with you in a positive way. You know, because there's a lot they are out there.
There's a lot of people that are energy vampires, I think.
It's true. Before we continue on, I want to give a shout out to people who have just dropped super chats. We got the memes of destruction.
I want Kenzo to read this.
Yes, please, Kenzo.
In Boston, you don't park your car in Harvard Yard because there's no parking in Harvard Yard.
That's pretty good.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't go to Harvard anyway.
Yeah. Zero, you know, actually,
there's reasons. There's reasons for that.
I was saying, Zero, you know, bring up energy vampires. We just start calling every one of these idiots Colin Robinson.
Colin
Robinson's really confused. Just keep calling him Colin Robinson.
My grandfather is from Boston, so I understand the language pretty well, although I don't speak it.
Well, I think I did it better than when you guys do the Brit accent. You all just sound like fucking Dick Van Dyke and Mary Poppins.
No, when I genuinely do it, I sound like a kid and, you know, like an Asbo.
You know what we should do for our next coffee brand coffee spot? We have it start out where it's Devil Made Me Do It, and I can get in touch with him where he's like, you know, like, Devil, you're like down and out. You're like, oh, I'm so tired, man. Devil made me do it. You know, just follow me if you like coffee. And then you have your sip of coffee brand coffee, and then you turn into the Micro Machines guy, John Machida. I can get him. I can get him through connections in the Transformers community.
Because I do get where you were going with the advert, like with the contrasting voices, the pop, and going to Paul Hadouken, who's a bit more upbeat, but I think Devil would be the better depressing one because I just get aroused when I hear Pop's voice.
So real quick, I just want to give a shout out to Drunk 3PO for hopping in on this stream. That's a great birthday present, man. Thank you for hanging out with us, man.
I thought he's live right now.
Maybe. Well, if he's live,
he
live
goes
right
on
now,
in
I
about
appreciate
15
it
minutes.
even more.
Oh, okay. I got you. What's up, Jay?
Hey,
Jay.
Appreciate you, man. So let's give a shout out also to King Advisors.
What's up, King?
He was talking about X-Wing. I think in this, he said it's cool. Y'all were able to get a Twitter employee on for this. I want an X hat too. Can you tell Elon I said hi? And he
That's
said,
such BS, man.
he also said, you're doing you're doing a bad job at grifting if you are.
I appreciate it.
We got one more in here too. Leia Rose saying hello, X-Wing.
What's up, Leia? Good to see you, girl.
Thank you, everybody who's coming for X-Wing. We welcome to the community, man.
And Jay, you were always welcome. In fact,
Jay,
we are looking for
DM
a year-end guest. Yeah. So yeah, that would be awesome. Awesome to sit down and have a convo with you.
Absolutely, man. You know you're always welcome. My DMs are open, and you always email. Or if you don't want to talk to me, you can talk to Extrazero.
Yeah, hit me. I follow you, so you can just hit that follow back button. Hey. Fantastic.
Drunk my muse.
Ooh.
Drunk 3PO.
I'm wearing a Canadian Bear outfit right now.
If you have not seen a stream of Drunk 3PO, go check out his live streams, because if you want meme material, that is one of the best places to go. A lovable goofball. We love you, man.
He's a walking meme gold mine.
Exactly.
He's amazing.
I mean, he's also a giant, so just remember that.
You calling him fat?
A giant. Are giants fat?
No, he'd be an awesome dude to have on the show. Just another YouTuber that's just like I was talking about, Gary. Totally normal guy, super chill.
You know, it's funny. You don't think about it like till you start like doing YouTube, or you start like actually trying to create stuff. You don't really think about it in a way like you think these YouTubers are like on Mount Olympus, and you could never like me to talk or reach out to them, but like they are normal people. So just remember that we're all
some of them,
most are a lot. Actually, a lot of the people in this community are more normal than people outside. So just you know, remember we're all in the same community, and we all love making friends. Hey, Mr. Bug, man, long time no see, man, says, woo, happy birthday. 1 year closer to finding out the Grim Reaper sounds like Norm Macdonald. Hell, appreciate you, man. Grim Reaper couldn't catch me if he wanted to. What do we say to death, guys?
We can have me when.
What do we say to death, guys?
No. What do we say
Welcome.
to death? Not today. Come on.
No, I know what you say to deaf guys is, hello, can you hear me?
That video game they're putting out where the girls playing music deaf.
Star Wars Marvel Purist says,
what's up, brother?
Subbed. Appreciate you, brother. Thanks for
Thank
hopping
you,
in.
brother.
Another great small YouTuber that focuses on expanded universe stuff. Great dude.
Professor Savage Dad hopping in saying, hail to Legion, hail to you, my dude. Been seeing the memes you've been dropping. Keep up the great work.
Stop tagging me in Taylor Swift posts.
Well, she's at Times Person of the Year. You'll be very interested.
She is indeed. She is.
Just real quick, John is asking, X-Wing, do you and Jay have a book coming out? Inquiring minds want to know.
Oh, John Graber. This guy's awesome. I met him when I was down in Tennessee. We got hammered together. And next thing I know, I look up on the balcony and he's naked on the balcony about 4 floors up on the interior courtyard of the hotel.
Gee.
He's a party animal. But yes, Jay and I do have a book coming out. So something you guys were talking about earlier where, you know, if you don't like something, change it. Don't just complain about it.
Exactly.
Yeah. So Jay got out of the Dial of Destiny. And he called me walking away from the theater, and we talked on the phone for probably an hour. And he goes, we got to do something. We got to do something ourselves. So we sat down, we workshopped for, many months to finally come up with a story that we wanted about, it's kind of an amalgamation of a bunch of our different favorite stories. It's like, you know, The Punisher, Indiana Jones, Starkiller, like all these different awesome stories kind of mashed together with a really nice kind of Christian undertone to it. There's some, religious undertones to it about a guy who was in the Navy in the early 1700s that winds up actually turning into a pirate because of some various events that happen. And it's the first book in a 3-book series named The Daughter's Revenge, which will be
That's
his ship
awesome. I
at the
love
end of the book.
pirates, so I can't wait to see that.
Yeah, it's gonna be really good. I've got my brother is actually stamping pirate coins and aging them, so we'll sell those with the book. And then I'm actually forging 6 cutlasses. I'm a blacksmith. I don't know if
Oh,
you knew
that's
that,
awesome,
but
dude.
yeah, so I'm forging some cutlasses for the book as well. That's just gonna be awesome. I think people are really gonna love it. We need another one of those good, strong, powerful, with a good moral mindset characters. You know, very much a Captain America-esque, just a solid dude that's got some internal conflict, you know, because being a pirate back in the day, I mean, you know, there's conflicting stories, but it was kind of a rough life. There were some pretty rough dudes on those ships. So
for sure.
Cool. A big shout out to Wookie Be Bad, who just gifted 10 Legion of Memers memberships.
Big flex.
Yo, absolute king. And if you got a membership, do me a favor, drop in the chat, say thank you to Wookie Be Bad.
Thank you, Wookie.
You know, X-Wing, it's funny you were bringing up that conversation, you know, having chats with different creators and creating, you know, different things. It's because, you know, I talk to Extrazero a lot about different projects that I'm thinking. It's funny that when you talk to other people who are into the same things you are and into content creation, the ideas are just absolutely phenomenal, because you could sit on the couch and come up with ideas by yourself or ask AI to do it. But when you're having conversations with other creators, I think that's when the real creativity really does come out. And that's one of the reasons why the Legion of Memers works so well, is because we all have these conversations with each other about, yes, memes, but also, you know, content creation and everything like that. So I encourage anybody in this community, if you have friends who are making content and you know them, have conversations with them, create, you know, make collaborative projects together. And I think
100%.
if you want to fight the culture war, that is probably one of the best ways to do it. Create more and more things that you enjoy, because more and more people will check it out. I mean, look at Friday Night Tights. It's absolutely breaking records for viewership numbers, which means a lot more people are starting to come around and you know, agree with a lot. They may not agree with everything, but they agree with, like, hey, what's going on with pop culture? So make sure to reach out to smaller creators if you like them and you see, you know, talent, or you just want to hang out with them. Just reach out, talk.
And you never know who you're going to find, because there are so many people out there that I know that have 400 subscribers, 200 subscribers, that are infinitely more talented than I could ever be. Like, just infinitely more talented. They're incredible. Their production value is much higher than myself, than a lot of other big channels. And they're really incredible and really intelligent people, but it's so hard to break out sometimes. So collaboration is a huge thing. Just making sure, you know, get to know people, get out there and talk to them, and you'd be surprised. But yeah, we're all children of stories. I guess that's what I would call it. You know, we grew up kind of with our nose in a book or a comic book, or, you know, just hearing legends. We're like the back in the ancient days, man. We were the song weavers, you know. we all kind of fall under that umbrella. So yeah, I think if you put some pen to paper and you sit down and you start writing, you might be surprised at what comes out.
You know, sometimes I'll just turn on the camera and just start talking to it.
Yeah.
And it's a great way just to get the ideas out there. You don't need to necessarily put it up and make a video out of it, but if you listen to it back, you might just inspire yourself. You never really know.
Yeah.
Extrazero, can you bring up the thing that you did previously in the background?
Which one?
The shirt that we were looking at.
Okay. Yeah, let me go ahead and pull
I'm going to drop the link in the chat. Just so everybody knows, Flagrant Triggers is back up and running, and you can go buy some merch. Some people have been buying merch, so big shout out to you guys for showing the world you support the Legion of Memers. I probably will never see it in my area, but if I see you wearing that hat or wearing any of Legion merch, I will come up to you and say what's up, because this is freaking awesome.
He won't know who you are if you haven't got your mask on.
You know, if you're supporting the Legion, that might not be a problem. I'm not going to have to walk around with my mask all the time now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Well, who knows? I'm gonna end up going. Hopefully, I'll make it to one of these meetups and might not be wearing the mask, so you guys get to see my ugly ass face. But please go check out the Flagrant Triggers website. The link is in the chat and in the description of the video. Go buy some merch because it would be great to see anybody wearing it. CJP, Rumble is back up?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to Rumble. Let's check the Rumble chat. If you're on Rumble right now watching, let me know. CJP, it's not coming up for me. If you have it up, let me know if anybody's chatted.
Why is it not? Oh, there it is. I gotta find the right button. Well, maybe it was up. At least the main page is up.
Okay. Well, again,
it is still, yeah.
If you're on Rumble, I apologize. It's just not connecting for me. So, if you guys want to go check out Rumble and subscribe, the link is also in the description below. Help us grow the channel, and maybe we'll start doing some exclusive streams on Rumble as well. So sorry, Extrazero, go ahead and bring up the next.
Yeah, so this one's interesting. This is from the Critical Drinker saying, I have the power to influence entire countries now. And I'm not sure the origin of this person. I can't tell. I think that's the Indian flag. Yeah. But yeah, they're saying, I remember when Drinker reviewed RRR to get Indian audiences, and Indians love white man's validation, so they watched his videos and got indoctrinated to American anti-SJW terms, and now you'll see Indians hating Brie Larson and Rachel Zegler on Facebook, Twitter.
Okay, I have a question.
So
would Rachel Zegler and them rather have them being consistently send Bob's,
well,
probably
thing, or say you suck?
Take off your cloth.
The context to this, though, is Shoagawa's biggest fan, who is Ballzilla, which both of those flags are, representative of the left and right, saying, get out of my franchise. And this goes back to like what we were talking about with Mark Millar reaching across the aisle and trying to restore some sense of unity amongst. It used to be that all of these things, comics, movies, Star Wars, they were unifying forces. And now it's like you have somebody saying, get out of my franchise, because someone that they disagree with likes a movie that they also like. How fucking ridiculous is that? How fucking fragile are you that someone likes a Godzilla movie that you also like, but because they have different beliefs, suddenly it's get out of here. And these are the same people that spent years complaining about quote unquote gatekeeping.
I mean, just to be clear, my family is actually Indian. They come from Calcutta. If my grandfather were to see somebody do that, has a bit of a temper. If somebody were to say that to him to his face, well, let's just say they would be on the floor in a minute.
You can tell them to go away now.
This is so. I mean, go away now. Go away now. The easiest way to think about this is these people aren't capable of creating, and so what they do is they try a shit take on somebody who is popular, who does create, to stir up their viewers and get engagement. So it's sad and it's lonely. I just generally don't give them the time of day because I don't want to be sad and lonely.
Well, it's funny. Like, I don't like giving these people a platform, but I do want to point out this stuff when I can. If it's not like horrible, but like if they're not like really going crazy, I'll point them out. But it's not the focus of the show or the focus of the conversation. So like, I really don't like giving attention to haters, but at the end of the day, sometimes there is a lesson to be learned in a lot of these haters tweets. Just don't do the shit. If you like something and you don't like the person talking about it, be like, okay, I don't like this person, but I still like this thing. That's cool.
Thanks for the clicks and the likes, buddy.
So.
But let's give a shout out to chat. Yeah, my as much as I dislike my grandfather, I also love him because he doesn't take any bullshit, even though he has a lot of bullshit. But still, I love you, Grandpa. You're probably never going to see it, but you're awesome.
I love you too.
What a twist.
Star Wars Marvel purist says Godzilla -0 lacks diversity. You think the weirdos would be shitting all over it? Not enough of the whites and the blacks or the browns.
We have to pander harder.
Imagine having Japanese people in Japan.
Oh my goodness, no, we can't have that, man.
Wow.
Terrible.
That's why I agreed with Gary. I thought this was just a great sequel to Oppenheimer.
Extrazero, what we got next?
Well, next up, this one is interesting, and it's surprising to see. So Keanu Reeves has been robbed. His house was robbed by burglars who stole one firearm. Let's get
Didn't they make a movie about this?
Sort of.
Kill his dog.
They did not. So according to TMZ, ski mask burglars hit home and make off with firearm. So Keanu Reeves' home has once again been targeted. I didn't know it was targeted before. Law enforcement sources say burglars in ski masks broke into his place and fled the area before officers arrived. We were told the actor's LA home was burglarized Wednesday evening with LAPD responding to an anonymous call about possible trespasser at his property around 7 p.m. Cops arrived on the scene, conducted a search, found no one. It goes on to
probably be
say,
a sneak peek to John Wick 5.
Dude, like you want to talk about the wrong person to rob? I know that John Wick is a movie, but if you've seen him actually training,
yeah,
bro is dangerous, dude.
Mm-hmm.
This is where it gets interesting. It says, we're told police were back there again around 1 a.m. when an alarm sounded on the property. And this time, officers say multiple men in ski masks were spotted on security cams, smashing a window and entering his house. According to the sources, the culprits took one firearm from the home before making a run for it. It's unclear if anything else was taken, but Keanu was not at the home at the time. Detectives are still looking at videos from the home and around the neighborhood for more clues. We're told one thing they're specifically looking into is whether or not the first call to the cops was made by someone scoping the house.
Does he live in Hollywood?
L.A.
He's in L.A. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's close enough.
I mean, I'm not sure if he lives in Hollywood, but he definitely lives in L.A. somewhere.
Yeah. Hey, Metastep, I've seen people in the Northeast wearing them in 80-degree weather in August. So 90-degree weather in August. So
black ones throwing bricks.
Yeah. Thankfully, not throwing bricks, but yeah, the
black ski masks. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm getting like a litany of messages from family right now.
Yeah. Well, while you're looking at that,
we should do the memes before you guys leave, man. I think we should do the memes while we're all here.
Do we want to do an
past
early
the hour mark?
Let's do an early meme break, and that way Extrazero can enjoy it with the rest of us, and then we'll continue on with the show.
All right. Well, let me get that thread pulled up now, and let's see.
The only thing I did see was that they cast Abby for Last of Us season part 2 or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
My only question was, I mean, okay, but how good is her backswing?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well,
she's gonna have to be good with the golf club.
It's time for the show's favorite segment.
Let's do this. It's meme time.
All right. So let's go through it. I've got the page refreshed. We're gonna get into it.
Oh my God, what is going on here?
First up, from Tris, saying, "What are Extrazero and True Pop shocked at?"
Pop the plug.
Yeah.
He's just showing him his phone and all the memes that are on the phone.
I wasn't aware that I suddenly got neck tattoos and married True Pop, and we were in a ridiculous.
I'm normally repulsed by that lady, but
he's like, I'm strangely attracted to this one. I don't know more.
The pubic mustache.
I mean, my response to Tris was that we were really looking at our boy D-Day.
Why is there an opening on the end of that hot dog?
It's there's stuff in there.
Drainage. Yeah. It's for drainage.
Gotcha.
We got this one from me. This is Jeremy and Mazza in their competition to be king, and
the king of what?
The king of the intellectually disabled.
Of the TARDIS.
Yeah, and of course, Mazza saying he can't even read that because
The king of the
we did-
Aspergers. That'll be
We looked
their
at this one.
rule.
Yeah, we saw that one earlier.
Here's one for me. Just a
sake.
reminder: keep tagging Kenzo in your Taylor Swift memes, as he enjoys Time Magazine.
She wants to tap to it every day.
Are you a Kansas City fan? Is that what it is?
Yeah, something like that.
him being from Ohio and all.
From Tris saying, "May God bless us all," and saying Dermy for the next year. Apparently, Dermy will clone himself and marry Dermy Markle, so he can have his own femboy. I think is that supposed to be Gal? Right?
Is that green hair?
That's Gal. That's Gal. It's got to be.
And
why am I in the back with rocks? Like this?
We're
Holding hands. Why are you holding hands?
just wait till we start skipping.
Oh, this is getting out of hand. Now there are two of them.
Come back to that.
Pause this, and we're going to start this from the beginning because this is some great work by Kenzo
and
some
Paul
great work by
Hadouken.
Cell Shade, some great work from Paul.
And the music may sound familiar, but this is Paul's cover, from what I understand.
Before we start, Kenzo, is there anything you want to say about this?
No. It's for it's for BLZ Hub. Our show BLZ Pub, which is on Devil Made Me Do It's channel, and it's a late night stream, early morning for me with myself, Devil, this guy, Paul Hadouken, who is the mastermind behind the music, and Brian Reaper and Greenhead Anti-Liberal, and we've made like a little parody intro that you'll be familiar with when you see it.
All right, let's take it away.
Put it up at the craft today. Takes everything you got. Abusing some regulated substance sure would help a lot. Wouldn't you like to get shit-faced? Sometimes you want to talk.
This is incredible.
Hey, there I am.
You want to go where people know you're screaming. You want to go where people know you have a little brains. Everybody knows you're safe.
Oh, I need something like this.
Power Couch Entertainment.
That is top notch.
Kenzo, you're about to get real busy real quickly after that.
Well, thank you, guys.
Then we get some AI.
Oh, bro.
Oh.
From Kenzo.
Yeesh.
Yeah.
I think DreamWorks should handle that one, to be honest.
Yeah.
Put her into the Shrek verse. We get this one from Kenzo. Will Dr. Pop and his homo-like companion Dermy escape the clutches of the toy fucker?
Oh boy.
Spoilers, they won't.
His face looks so good on Matt Smith. Or on
That's David Tennant.
Excuse me.
Yeah, that works. Like scarily well.
I would.
Yes, I know. Who being fans, that was a slip of the tongue. I know that's David Tennant.
Then here's a Simpsons one from me, going back from Dermy and Maz's game night that they're planning. If you get this is a deep cut from early Simpsons. You know, where Kirk Van Houten plays Pictionary and draws dignity, and no one sees it what it is. We get this one from Kenzo. Game of the year.
Yes.
Oh boy. Is that Blabs?
Yes.
Yeah. Blabs, Lethal Lightning, Mr. Grant Gregory, the Mozzican, Raging Rhino, and that's Trey.
That edit has no business being that good. Oh no.
Oh.
Well, do you?
Oh my god.
Oh, do you?
No.
See, I have kept this one on the down low. I know Eric's brought out his comic, and I know as the creator of the Mozzaverse, like I've been working with Chuck Dixon myself and Joe Bennett, and we've come up with
Eric
this.
July, if you're watching, Mazza Core win.
The Mozzaverse, like there's so much more to come. Serious, man. Support me. I want 3.5 million.
So did you guys know that Mazza also got a job with Chick-fil-A as
No.
being their spokesperson? That's actually him making the noise.
Fuck yeah.
Culture
From CJP.
Casino.
Oh, culture.
Heard of an elf on a shelf, but are you ready for
Culture on a vulture.
No, I got it.
That is. He looks like with his shirt off, by the way.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I've seen it. It's terrifying.
He hasn't had a carb since 1994.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
No.
Why?
Oh,
Weird.
Yes.
He's making it even better.
Oh my god.
That's what their babies will look like. Holy shit!
He's not here.
Oh god, this is I love this movie. So CJP saying I found leak test screening of the 15th Doctor.
Okay, we're all set. One,
rest in
two,
peace,
three.
baby.
Look away.
Oh, fuck you.
Oh, an alien. Yeah, we better have sex with each other. Hey, this alien looks just like a hot guy. You're right. We better have sex with him.
You need to repost that for FNT. Like there's no way
in the thread.
Okay. This is CJP wishing Rox had a
Star Trek.
Data.
Very
not
nice.
understanding the concept.
Very nice. I like that one.
Let's
It looks like there you go.
From the Serious Man.
The wrong outfit.
I think he knew what he was doing.
That's enough of memes. Let's move on.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, Tris.
And that's what Kenzo and Taylor Swift's baby would look like.
Oh, damn.
Looks like a historical character from the 17th century.
This is why Kenzo will never trim his beard.
Yeah, it looks like Captain Gay as shit.
Testosterone.
Oh, this is a video. Pause it.
I love you, Tris.
Weird.
Let's see what we got.
Weird.
That was when she responded to Dermy.
Yep.
Rachel Zegler responded to Dermy?
Yeah, go check out his YouTube video on it. Go check out Dermy Wilson's channel. Go check out the video. I don't want views taken away from him in this video, so go check it out for the full.
We figured it out.
story.
Like she was completely normal until Dermy started sending her all of these messages, and it's exactly like in the Pandaverse where Kathleen Kennedy's been getting all of their messages from Cartman, and it just sends her over the edge. It's exactly the same thing. So she's been just waking up every day to seeing the name Dermy Wormy in her notifications, and it's just pushed her over the edge.
Making Dermy and Talina the plug. Why? Why?
It's Dermy the pug.
Disgust.
Kale Flagrant triggers for coming on in. Go check out the merch store. We dropped a link in the chat. It should also be in the description below, but I'll drop it in the chat. Go check it out. Get something, because I love working with people in our community, and we are working well together. So keep up the good work, mate.
So D-Day dropped a bunch of these, but I do want to highlight the one that he did for Normal World.
All right, let's go.
So I don't think we have time to cover all of these, but the one that he did for Normal World was awesome. So let's give this a play. But not that they're all not awesome, but just for the
He's
sake
been
of
doing
time.
great work. Keep it up, man.
What's going on?
Nothing.
Why are you driving in the wrong way of traffic?
No, I just got changed around. I just moved here like 2 months ago.
Okay.
I just got changed around.
Okay. Do you understand what's going on though?
Yes.
You're going into oncoming
London.
traffic.
I know, and I just decided that it was better just to turn around really quick.
Okay.
But I'm sorry.
Stand facing me, please.
But I just want you to know that I also have very bad social anxiety.
You and me both.
Cop is so
Perfect
nice.
response. Any recent trauma,
So nice.
traumatic brain injuries, anything I need to know about?
Mental, yes.
Oh my gosh.
Focus on my finger, please.
I am.
I can't.
You're just like trying to intimidate me.
I don't know how I'm trying to do that.
No,
This is
it's
the
called a
test. I need to know if you have any injuries or anything that would prevent you from doing a standard walk or turn tonight.
Mental health.
mental mental injuries can prevent me from watching it straight.
My dog stepped on a bee.
I get depressed.
Okay.
Mental PTSD, depression, anxiety.
I get you.
What else you want? I'm sorry,
Just
but
go
the
straight
whole
to the
man thing this
nightstick.
week,
I apologize. Let's see if we can move forward from it.
with generational trauma and PTSD around
Oh my god.
white people and
Oh,
Oh.
What's the problem? It's not your drinking.
go
Let's
check out Normal World and go drop a like on the video. And if you guys just got into Normal World from watching the show, go say the Legion of
What's
Memers
going
sent you.
on?
nothing.
Why are you
Good job, D-Day.
driving in the wrong way of traffic?
Audio's still
I
on.
just got changed
Yeah.
around.
Wait, is that
There we
a
go.
hungry Dammy one?
I just
Yeah,
moved
he-
here like
God, I keep.
Now press your hippo's
Dermy.
tail and start chomping.
I'd play the shit out of that.
Then this one from Dolomite. Florida man jokes are.
It's because you got that MAGA shield behind you. That's why.
I know, right?
There looks like there was one late one from Mr. Bug. If you want to refresh,
Yeah, let's refresh that now, and we'll.
Oh boy, right.
Thanks for the memes, guys.
Yeah, you guys absolutely
Love
kill
it.
it
Good
every
job,
week. Keep
guys.
up the great work. And if you guys want to experiment with memeing, feel free to use our show for that. You can clip it, enjoy it. We're not going to strike you. You know, just have fun. I want to see the creativity out there. I want to see you guys grow. That is the whole reason why I created the Legion of Memers in the first place, is to see you guys grow as memers and content creators. So keep
Such
up
an
the good
awesome
work.
idea too. The Legion of Memers. I love it.
I'm not seeing. The
I mean,
one
that
Mr. Bug
I'm actually. It's funny because I'm trying to get the channel to grow and do a bit better. So I don't know if you guys heard of vidIQ. They're just great. They give a lot of great information, and you know, they've been helping with ideas and things like that. And there's one where it's what are the origins of the Legion of Memers, and that video I'm gonna have to go all the way back like 2 years. We've been around for like 2.5 years now, so.
It's basically like a cult now, but just he doesn't get to sleep with all of our wives.
Just with you guys. Just with you guys.
Wait, he's not allowed to sleep with your wives?
Wait a minute.
That's not part of the deal.
Yeah.
All right,
You
You
told
guys
me.
would have told me before.
CJP is like, no, my wife's watching this. I'm not getting in trouble. No worries. Keep up the great work, guys.
Right.
Even when you can, and don't forget to hashtag the Legion. I
And
wanna see
thank
your
you
work
for
out there.
being a member for 4 months, Medicine.
Yeah, you know.
Member for 4 months. I didn't even see that part. Thank
Yeah.
you, my man. For 4
Yeah.
months, that's insane, dude. I think
That's a quarter of a
just
year.
started. That's just when we started
Or
the
a third
members.
of, third of the year. Jeez.
Wow.
I can't math.
No.
This is our late entry from Mr. Bug.
Yes. Yes. That is how I wake up in the morning. Just wake
Accurate.
up. There you go.
Pepe Doge. R.I.P.
All right.
Doge.
Oh, you getting ready for my birthday, Metastep? He says he's getting ready for and today I've been getting ready for a friend's birthday. You don't have to get ready for mine. Just show up to the show. It's all good. But Extrazero, what we got next?
We got a bunch of options. We could talk about let's see, we could talk about some of the gaming stuff we have, particularly with Spider-Man 2. I feel like I wish True Pop was here for that, because Spider-Man 2 won 0 awards at the
I
Game
wish
Awards.
Pop was here.
Yeah, same with Hogwarts
Yeah.
Legacy. That peeved me off. That got blacklisted.
Yeah,
Any-
Hogwarts Legacy. They didn't even bother to they like snubbed it from any nominations.
Yeah.
From discussing film, Spider-Man 2 won 0 awards at the Game Awards. It was nominated for 7.
Zombie coming up. It's actually today.
So has anybody played this through yet?
No.
I haven't
I
finished the
unfortunately
ending.
platinumed it.
Oh wow.
I'll get to
Yeah,
it
well, it's not
eventually,
hard to
but-
platinum.
Yeah. I've been playing Avatar like crazy.
I picked that up. It's actually really good.
I know. I freaking love it. I mean, I'm a huge Avatar nerd anyways. But yeah, any place you can go to like completely get away from Earth for a minute, I'm a huge fan of. So
guys, just one moment. CJP, you gotta head out.
Yeah, listen, I got a Christmas party I gotta get ready for and drive an hour to get to. So
wow.
All right, sure, man. What do you want to drop anything? Promote your stuff?
Yeah, I just dropped Simon's Quest, Castlevania 2 soundtrack with the GoldenEye sound fonts. I've got my show coming up on Thursday. Not sure on guest yet because I figured for a birthday stream, just whoever wants to pop in can pop in. And then the next week, Melee Games is going to join me. We're going to talk Nintendo music. And then I've got my full album of original music coming out on the 28th.
Nice.
Just
Go check out
subscribed.
the channel. Yeah. Nice, man.
That should get you to 440.
I'm so close to monetization. It's actually, I've got the watch hours. It's just the subs. That's why I'm getting killed. Because the whole entire month of October, YouTube was like, yeah, no, you're not gaining anything.
Do you do shorts at all?
A few, yeah.
I would highly recommend going gnarly on, because here's the thing about shorts. They'll pump your numbers like crazy, but it's never anybody you're ever going to see actually like in your live streams or anything like that. But if you just like, if you have to hit a goal or something, that's a great way just to pump it real quick.
I do a lot of the music previews through shorts, like a 30-second clip of an upcoming track.
Nice, dude. Nice. Go check out the channel, subscribe. Go also check out his Twitter, and you can get notifications just in case YouTube decides to be a poo-poo head.
That they can be. All right, gentlemen, it's been great, but I will see you guys on the next week.
Buddy.
Nice to meet
Good
you,
night,
brother.
man. Thank you, man. I appreciate you.
I'll be by for your spankings here in a few days.
All right. Big thank you, Zombie Boxer. We appreciate you. Paul Dukin, thank you for the birthday wish, man. What we got? Why don't you bring up the gaming one again?
Yeah, so we'll go back. We'll touch back on the Spider-Man thing. Yeah, so this is interesting because a lot of people are commenting that, you know, Insomniac Games kind of sold their soul for this. They worked with Sweet Baby Inc. as a consultant on this. I don't know if any of you guys watch Ademion, but he did a video this morning about this and how you know, there's been a drop with things and gaming in particular. I don't have the numbers in front of me, but he goes over it in his video. And it's interesting here because how much goodwill did Insomniac kill with their actions in Spider-Man 2? Because I'm not interested in playing. I liked the first one. I liked Miles Morales. This game has completely turned me off from the series. Like, I don't care about a Spider-Man 3 now. And I'm not the only one.
Yeah.
You know, True Pop's a massive Spider-Man fan, and you know he talked in his video about, you know, it's kind of killed his interest for these characters, for this gamerverse universe that they've created. So, you know, what's going to be the blowback from these companies selling their soul for you know, an ESG score, especially when there's no payoff, when they don't win any awards for it. You know, Starfield and Cyberpunk also got snubbed from what I understand. I mean, I don't watch the Game Awards at all. I don't like developers or, you know, folks in the film industry sitting around collectively smelling their own farts. I really don't care.
I only listen to the announcements. The only things that interest me are the God of War DLC and maybe a little bit of Blade, but who knows?
I have no excitement for Blade. Arcane is one of the worst developers, period. They made one good game. It's called Dishonored. And after that, everything else they put out's been like complete. It's been schlock. I guess Deathloop was kind of okay, but Deathloop was too roguelike for its own good in some ways. I don't know. I just never finished it, but
You know,
I
the fact that it was only on one system kind of like turns me off of it, because if it was on like all the other systems,
it'll be on PC.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
just
mean,
give it a year.
I'm on a borrowed PC at the moment, so it's not really going to change for me. But you know, I think if you're going to make a game, make it for everybody instead of having people to need to spend thousands of dollars in extra systems.
I think, well, it's you know, it's hundreds of dollars, but I disagree that, you know, when it comes to
it's
making
hundreds,
games,
but for each, like if a game goes exclusive, you still have to get the console, so it does add up.
I just looked at Insomniac's site. They made more than one good game. Okay, so Dishonored.
No.
I'm
not talking about. I'm not talking about
Clank?
Insomniac. No. I'm not talking about Insomniac. I said Arcane when he was.
Oh,
talking about
Arcane.
Blade.
Okay, Arcane.
No,
Arcane.
I think Insomniac has a great catalog of games. I love the Ratchet and Clank series. I said before, I like Miles Morales and the first Spider-Man. I like the Xbox exclusive title that they did that nobody talks about, Sunset Overdrive.
I haven't heard of half of these games.
Yeah, Arcane has been on like a downward trajectory since the first Dishonored, and I mean, like I said, Deathloop was the only thing they made that was semi-interesting, but it just wasn't compelling enough for me to finish. And I'm sure, you know, somebody.
I played Prey. I didn't think Prey was awful.
My biggest problem with Prey was that it wasn't the continuation of, you know, if you saw what we were supposed to get for Prey 2.
Yeah, I'm anti-Prey. Just.
Yeah,
figured everyone.
I didn't think it was like anything special, but I didn't think it was terrible. I don't know what Prey 2. I didn't even know they were talking about making a Prey 2.
So the original Prey was a really cool concept. You were this guy, Tommy, who, you know, you lived on a Native American reservation, and aliens abduct everybody, and you get it was like before Portal came out, it used that system with like portals in the walls, and it had like all kinds of crazy stuff with gravity, and it was
Portal.
Yeah, it's just this really interesting story where, you know, he finds out that he's got like this power to bring himself back from the dead if he dies, and he reconnects with like his spiritual side through his ancestors, and there's this really cool element, or a bunch of cool elements in the game. And they showed a really interesting sequel where you're going to play as a bounty hunter who was like on this plane that crashes in the first game, and they scrapped that to create basically the thing Light, which was the Prey.
Yeah,
Prey in name only.
But, out to Mephisto for hopping in for the raid, man. Thank you so much. When I figure out how to do that, I will start doing that myself. But I appreciate you, Mephisto. Happy Hanukkah, my dude. Also, South Shade hops in. It's okay. It's okay. It's No Green Rock's birthday. Happy birthday, No Green Rock. Appreciate you, man. Thank you.
You guys,
go ahead.
You want to keep the video game train running with?
Let's go.
Let's talk about the importance of physical media. And one of the developments that happened this week. Now, this really isn't on Sony, but it's more on Warner Discovery, but it really emphasizes the importance of physical media. Like, this is from Extrazero. Sony and PlayStation customers who bought Discovery movies on their platform will lose access to them, and they will not be receiving a refund. And this was the presser sent to customers who purchased this. Dear PlayStation customer, as of December 31st, 2023, due to our content licensing arrangements with content providers, you will no longer be able to watch any of your previously purchased Discovery content, and the content will be removed from your video library. Click here for a full list of affected titles that will no longer be supported. We sincerely thank you for your continued support. Thank you, PlayStation. And what's crazy about this, my understanding is that, you know, if they are going to lose it even if they had it downloaded locally, which is absolutely insane.
Yeah, I mean, so just to clarify, what really has Discovery put out that, I mean, I'm trying to think of like what they would have been involved in that I would be
Deadliest Catch, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's
Is that it?
a lot of,
Yeah,
there's,
pretty much.
there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff that's on there that you wouldn't think of. Like there are people that like Dr. Pimple Popper and all that stuff, and it sounds like
that sounds like great content.
But you might be sitting here saying like, well, this content doesn't interest me, but it shows that there's a slippery slope in the industry where there, and I'm the last person on earth to say there needs to be a law for that, but there needs to be some sort of litigation out there that protects the purchase of digital goods. And, and in a sense, like I understand there needs to be something written in for patching and performance. Yeah. But what we saw with Skullgirls earlier this year, 12-year-old game getting retroactively censored, regardless of what your belief is on that. Some people were championing it like, oh yeah, this stuff has aged poorly, but there's a lot of people like, hey, this is the game that I paid for, this is the game that I know, and they were censoring that down to the art book. Like if you had the digital deluxe, they were actually going in and censoring the content of the art book. So that shows how like dedicated people are to this stuff. I mean, how long before you own Ace Ventura on digital, and the part when either that's the biggest hemorrhoids I've ever seen gets cropped. Yeah.
Or he's in the shower scrubbing and gagging and stuff.
Or they just cut that whole scene like after, Finkel's Einhorn, they get rid of all that. It's a possibility, and you go back and one of my discussions about Rockstar when I was on Side Scrollers was, well, the definitive trilogy for GTA was censored. The re-release of Grand Theft Auto 5 last year was censored. They removed content. Yeah, they've removed any of the jokes related to the trans community. They're gone. Yeah, and see, that's the thing. Your jaw's dropping. This is how they like kind of funnel this stuff in, where it happens so incrementally that people don't notice.
Yeah.
Well, my only problem with it is if the government steps in and says we're going to protect this, you have to. I have a sneaking suspicion they're going to try to do like where each person has their own personal like library. And so anything you purchase digitally, they'll put it in there, and that'll just be another way for the government to track you. It'll be a way to keep track of everything about you because you'll be using it for all your purchases. All your stuff will go into your digital library.
Right?
Why don't we just let people make whatever the hell they want to make? And if it sells, it sells. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. I mean, there has to be some kind of a First Amendment caveat to this.
Well, that's because it would increase creativity. They don't want that.
I just think that there should be, if there were any law, it should be, related to DRM. And hey, if you buy this, you can keep your version 1 copy of this, right? So, it's funny how times and society have changed. Like I remember when they edited ET, like for its re-release. Remember they've removed the guns from the secrets or the was it the FBI? Or the CIA, whatever it was in that movie, and replace them with walkie-talkies. People are like all up in arms about that. And that's, it was a silly change. It was a minor change, but there was a time when people were in staunch opposition to censorship in media.
Yeah.
I think X-Wing knows quite a bit about this because Star Wars has done this multiple times.
Wait, what? Where?
In the digital versions, they changed things up.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. If you're talking about the '97 re-releases, that.
I mean, do you have the VHS copies and everything?
Oh yeah, 100%.
So if you have a look at the VHS copies and then you look at the digital copies, there's quite a few. Like it wasn't horrible, but like things were added in the digital new copies that weren't in the VHS ones. If you can. Look up the differences. I think they added Java a few times, and
you're just talking about the specialized editions. Oh yeah, I know. I'm buddies with Mark Anthony Austin, who did a majority of that work. Like when they go into Mos Eisley and there's the Rook there and the Jawas and stuff like that, and adding in the speeder.
So
we had a long conversation about that actually.
Oh, I would. Do you have a stream or a show about that?
Yeah, it's on my channel somewhere.
Do you remember what it's called?
Something with Mark Anthony Austin. I don't know.
Okay. X-Wing, if you could find it, drop it in the chat.
He actually played they added Boba Fett into the hangar scene.
Mm-hmm.
He was Boba Fett.
So that kind of stuff I find cool, but like sometimes you just want to see the original, like original.
Yeah, 100%. You know, a lot of people hate the specialized editions. A lot of people are like, you know, why would you change something that's perfect? Yada, yada, yada. I got love for him because anything where I can see George see like what he really wanted, what George really wanted for his universe. That's why I'm such a prequels fan, because that was George like Unchained. You know, it's wacky as hell. I love it, you know, because Star Wars is George Lucas. So personally, I'm a huge fan. But the specialized editions, I can understand why you wouldn't want to see it changed if you grew up with the originals. But that was, you know, when I watched them in 1997, I was 6 or 7. You know, that's the way I knew them. So it doesn't really bug me. But I think if I went back and they re-released the prequels and changed a bunch of stuff in the prequels, I'd probably be like, they were perfect, man. Why change them?
Well, they're very sneaky about it. They don't give you a heads up. Just real quick, let's give a shout out to Zombie Box Reviews for the £2. Says, happy birthday, No Green Rocks. I have a great one. Love your brother. And Mephisto also hopped in saying, happy birthday, No Green Rocks. 15 years of age. Proud of you. Appreciate it. Thank you, man. Thank you both, Zombie Box and Mephisto. And also Jack Tarlad says, No Green Rocks, happy birthday, dude. Thanks, man. Appreciate you as well. Now, when it comes to the editing just for like CG and like updating it, I don't really have a problem with that. The only issue I have is them not giving you a heads up. Because like if I'm gonna watch something, I want to get that nostalgia feeling, like this is what I saw as a kid, and then pass it on to future generations and being like, this is what you're gonna see, and just continue passing that on. But
yeah, I think there's a big difference between adding a bunch of crap that's not necessary into a movie like George did and removing something because of today's political climate. That to me is an issue.
I think. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, I think the big challenge is, you know, not making the originals available in a conventional way. You know, I'm fine with if a creative like George Lucas says, well, I want to keep adding to it. It's his baby, it's his prerogative. But I think also too, you need to respect that. Well, people want the original versions. There's a reason why people like first prints of books. There's a reason why people like having original versions of albums. I mean, did you guys? We didn't talk about this on the show, but the Prodigy. Are you guys familiar with them?
No.
You know, they were big in the early 2000s. You know, they had the song "Smack My Bitch Up" and so they recently announced that they're going to be changing the lyrics to "Smack My Bitch Up."
What?
And and like it's crazy too, because Keith Flint is gone now. He passed away. Was it 2021? No, he's been gone since 2019. Shit.
Yeah, it's been a while, man.
Yeah, so you know their frontman's gone, and now they're going to be editing their music. It's crazy.
But it's Liam Howlett that does the music, you know. So they
True Pop Culture. Hey man, how you doing?
Hello there, everyone. Sorry for the lateness, and I can't really turn my camera on, but yeah, I'm here in spirit. So it's good to be here.
Man, no worries. Extrazero. I know you need to bounce in a few minutes. Is there another topic you wanted to cover?
I guess real quick. There is one that I would like to talk about, and this is because I guess this will start us off on a greater discussion here, and this has to do with the GTA 6 reveal. So I know we've been kind of gaming heavy this show, but this is not only gaming related, but it's really a big pop culture thing, especially revolving around YouTube. So the GTA 6 trailer has broken YouTube records. It's the most viewed non-music video in the first 24 hours ever. 90.6 million views as of, well, this was published on the 6th, so I'm sure they're probably up 100 to 120.
That's like 200 grand in ad revenue.
Yeah.
Jeez Louise, man.
3.7 million views per hour average, 61,667 views per minute average, 1,028 per second, Previous record was set by Mr. Beast at 59.4 million views.
Wow.
The other thing too, anybody who's a Tom Petty fan, Spotify released some metrics.
How many people they've
people been
copyright
listening to
struck?
well, just the amount of plays. So let me pull up this article. So for Spotify, after crossing 100 million views, GTA 6 trailer powers record Spotify streams for Tom Petty and his 36-year-old song. I believe it's "Love Is a Long Way Home." Oh yeah, "Love Is a Long Road." Has been really blowing up on Spotify. So
topping the charts.
Yeah, there's a lot of anticipation around this, and I mean, for all the criticisms that I have of what I saw and what I didn't see, it is interesting to see how, when you put out something people are interested in, how much of an impact you can make in several fronts.
Yeah. I mean, so pretty much everything I've been seeing online, people are upset that it's going to be like woke, right? That was the thing. It was like, you're forcing me to play a diverse, a diverse female.
Right. But that's the thing is, longtime fans, GTA 1 and 2 had playable female protagonists that were diverse.
And not to mention, like, the whole point of GTA has always been a parody of the United States. Like, that's what Grand Theft Auto is. It's what it does well. And so watching that trailer, I'm like, this is totally a parody of Florida. I mean, 100%. This is hilarious. And they're like, well, why are all these people, twerking on cars? This is a representation of modern America. Like,
well,
yeah.
I think the problem I have with it, and somebody's pointed this out to me, it seems like it's going to be a Bonnie and Clyde mixed with TikTok. That's where they're going to get their fame from. You see a lot of the TikTok videos up there and stuff. Yeah. So it's going to be they're streaming themselves on TikTok, or people are putting them on TikTok. They get celebrity because of it. And I'm fuck TikTok.
Yep.
That's my problem with
the Bonnie and Clyde concept could be good. Minus the TikTok, it'll be interesting if you have the Bonnie and Clyde type.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, to me, it just seems like 10 years in the waiting, and it kind of feels like side content, not like big content ideas. I mean, I don't know what you can do with a gangster story. Like, we've been waiting a very long time with this game, and I expected something.
It's not that they need to do much. They just need to make compelling characters, and they need to keep that hard edge that, really kind of like what South Park does. They got to make fun of everybody. And that's what they need to do, is they can't forget who they were. I did send something to Blabs because I was like, I know Adam's really excited for it, and I know Flawed is really excited for the game. But here's one thing that had me concerned, and let me pull this up because I do have to get rolling. But this was from Claude Adams. He says, of course it's going to be woke. Here are the devs. And this was
whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's gonna be bad.
Oh, nightmare blunt rotation.
There's a certain amount of women in this picture.
There's a
They're all
suspicious
women.
amount of
Every one of them, I think.
Yeah. And Cellshade points out the original GTA creators left. It's the Hauser brothers.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they there was an interview with.
Don't tell me anymore. I don't want to know.
Yeah. Well, there was an interview last year that Jason Schreier put out. If you guys go back to Take-Two Interactive's 2021 E3 presentation, there was literally nothing about games. It was all about DEI. So people. And that's the thing. I get people love GTA and people are excited for it. They're excited for it. Well, Rockstar would never do this. Rockstar would never do that. And how many companies have we seen come out with products where they're contrary to what that they would originally do? I think the only thing. Yeah, I'm not even a big fan of Doom Eternal. Doom Eternal was a letdown for me, but the story was completely Doom, like to the point where it's like they parodied modern culture, where you had people like, we need to be culturally sensitive to our demonic friends. They're here and learning, and I was like, yeah, that's funny. But yeah,
so Extrazero, I know you got to bounce, man. I don't want to keep you too long, but do you have anything to promote?
Yeah. So if you missed me on Tuesday, I did show up on Side Scrollers, so go check that episode out. I do my show Figure Action Podcast. So if you're into collecting, we talk Transformers, third party, Marvel Legends, Black Series, all that stuff. We're getting ready to wind down for the year. There's a couple big tentpole releases coming out for Hasbro with their HasLabs. So we'll be talking about Deathsaurus and the Hiss Tank. A bunch of us got one or both. Then we're also going to be doing our top figures of the year. So I always look forward to that show because it gives me an opportunity to go through all the crap that I bought through the year to be like, hey, what was the best? Then of
Thank
course
God you're not a Star Wars fan because
well,
Star Wars is just trash right now.
I'm a little bit of one. I'm a little bit of one, but there hasn't been all that much. Thank God this year had many Knights of the Old Republic releases peppered into the the Black Series.
That Malgus
those were
dope.
Malgus was great. Bashla was great. So that good stuff there. You can of course follow me on Twitter. I'm very, very close to hitting 400 followers on Twitter. I'd love to hit that by the end of the year and creep into 500 so I can maybe get monetized on X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it. And then, I do meme the hell out of Side Scrollers when I have time. Work has been hectic for the past couple months. I keep saying I'm going to get back to it, but priorities, man. That's where you can find me. I'd appreciate a follow on Twitter at the very least, but check out Figure Action. Check me out here every Saturday. And I'll see you guys on the next one.
See you later, my dude. Thanks. And again, big shout out to the best producer on the planet. I don't care what anybody says. Shout out
I will
to you.
have thoughts on Godzilla -1. So stay tuned.
Can't wait to watch that.
That's where I'm headed.
Finally.
So.
Good luck, brother.
All right, I'll catch you later.
See you later. It looks like we have a late meme